as God came to live with his creation, he entered not in a cloud of glory, but in an obscure stable. Once omnipotent, he became dependent on a young peasant girl and her husband. After he was born, Jesus was brought to the temple to be dedicated. There lived a man in Jerusalem to whom God had made a promise. Because of his great faith, this man Simeon was told that he would not die before he saw the Messiah.
I've just seen Messiah. He was at the temple this morning, a baby, just days old. I felt it in my spirit before I even saw him. I turned around to see, and I knew him immediately. I watched for him every day for years. Watched for him with the eyes of my heart. I saw the strength of his character, the love of his heart, and the innocence of his soul. God promised me that I would see the Messiah before I died. And I realized he was keeping his promise at that moment. In my mind's eye, I always believed the Messiah would be a strong, purposeful, and move with confidence and power. Instead, his mother was holding him, and he was holding a carved horse. I wonder if he realized who he was. Man of sorrows.
Simeon knew the Messiah immediately. It was now for the rest of them to learn. After Jesus' ministry began, he didn't wait for people to find him and ask to be his disciples. He found them.
I had heard of this man from Galilee. There were rumors of him throughout Judea. Every time we would come to shore, I'm a fisherman, we would hear about another thing he had done, another miracle. I don't know how to tell you what happened. I don't think I could explain it if I talked for years. It welled up inside of me like nothing ever had. My heart was telling me things my mind never could. So I followed him.
Trust me, I know what I was like before he found me. I'm a miracle of Jesus. For years, I was haunted by demons until he came along. He spoke, and they obeyed. I have never seen such strength or felt such peace.
As Christ's ministry grew, he and his disciples traveled throughout Judea, a hot, dusty, and dry land. And Jesus gave the people what they thirsted for, hope. But some followed this new Messiah only to learn that Jesus wasn't interested in their agenda.
When we went back to Jerusalem, I felt we were right on the edge of what God wanted us to do. Jesus entered Jerusalem, and he was greeted by hundreds of people waving palm branches. I was more excited and hopeful than I had ever been. I screamed over to Judas, the other Judas, he's the son of James, I'm Iscariot. I asked, "Can you believe this?" He was amazed. And when Jesus neared the place where the road goes down the Mount of Olives, the crowd began praising God louder than I would have believed. And the Pharisees in the crowd told Jesus to shut us up. You know what he said? He said, "I tell you, if they keep quiet, the stones will cry out."
He has come to bring light to the darkness.
He has come to bring freedom to the captives. He has come to restore the brokenhearted. It's time to proclaim the year of the Lord. for the